we're back. I believe there was some crazy shit happening, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so like you're pulling the you're pulling your Scorpio out of this horrible mess of collapsing everything. Um and then I want to cut back to Aquila, who it needs to roll Eclipse, right?
That is correct. So
Okay,
what
well
do I
why
need
don't
to
you
roll when I'm in Eclipse?
so you're gonna roll your lowest resistance.
Sure.
Um
That's one thing. Or
so while transcended, y'all have +1 die to all resistance rolls.
okay, so that's two.
Which I'm gonna say applies. I'm not sure how I want to have that function, but anyways,
So I'm getting the +1 though for the moment.
yeah, let's say yes, and
Okay.
then I did not pause music while I was on the break. All right, and then you have the option to spend a link to increase this roll if you would like to.
I am going to spend my link with Corvus.
And so when you spend a link, you get a number of dice added to your Eclipse roll equal to your remaining links.
Oh, then
It always gives at least one.
Oh, okay. Then I got an extra.
So yeah, if you're spending your last link with someone, that's fine.
And how does the link with Corvus affect your?
How is this helping you hold on? Yeah.
Because I am incredibly angry at Corvus right now. And I am trying to hold in mind the promise that I made to her, or that I hold for her.
I love that, cause I'm fucking mad.
Right. Like if not for this, you would have like lost faith in her or not trusted her anymore. But there's still this. Yeah. That's like where the crisis is. So if you do fall, we'll know that that's part of it as well,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Great. So what resistance are you rolling?
I am rolling. I think I'm rolling Moe.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and that suits our description, right? It's about like despair, right, and heartbreak.
Yeah.
Great. So go ahead and roll your dice. So on a 4 to 5, someone else can push themselves to keep you from succumbing.
Are you able to spend a social link to help them as well, or is it just?
I'll push myself.
Yeah, you got to push yourself.
I'll push myself to help.
It's not gonna go so well if I fall into darkness.
What is the darkness
what's at stake
prompt?
here? Yeah.
Oh, let's just read my darkness prompt. Time traveler. You've known all along that changing fate was impossible, but here you are. All this wasted effort, wasted time. If this fate is inevitable, why not speed it along? Embrace it without fear or hesitation.
Oh no! What?
You take direct action to drive events toward the dark fate you have foreseen. You can only escape the darkness when the fated person shows you that they aren't afraid of their fate, and you both choose to face it together.
And who is your fated person, and what is the dark fate that you have foreseen?
My dark fate that I have foreseen is that Corvus will rejoin the darkness.
Funny. I wonder why you would have foreseen that. It's such an unlikely outcome. She's literally in bed with the enemy right now, for all you know.
Yep. It's perfect. It's terrible, but it's perfect.
And meanwhile, Elf eats a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I thought like I would just get it and like eat on the break quickly because I haven't eaten anything today, but no, I have to.
Okay, so you're pushing yourself, Corvus, to keep her from falling. Is there like some little like moment that happens? Is it just like a feather drifts down in front of her or something?
I feel like it's like I'm on a gangplank like above, or I'm headed towards the exit, like up the stairs or what have you, and you can like see the cloak whoosh, and there's like the trail of black feathers that Corvus leaves like in her wake, and you'd notice that like the original Scorpio is like gone as well. Like if I'm going, so it's one of those things that's like, no, the dark fate, like it's already she's already doing it. I feel like.
Right, and so it's not like a reassuring thing. It's like, no, you have to hold on
Yeah.
in order to prevent this thing from happening. Cool.
Exactly.
Great. Yeah, so Libra, you're tangling with Scorpio.
Yeah.
You're in that like classic moment of like the like wrestling match.
Yeah.
Do you have any like one-liners you want to drop, or do you just
See-
keep smashing him?
See, Jacob's just awful at one-liners when it comes to these types of things.
John Harper.
Well, I was gonna say we can John Harper it. You can just be like, I deliver a pithy one-liner and then swing my axe.
Imagine the best one-liner you've ever heard. I say
Oh.
that.
Oh, absolutely. Like it's a short monologue about how the darkness will always, or the darkness will consume you if you can't see the light now, and that there will be no redemption for you.
And I think all of Tyler's replies are about how like you should join him in embracing the darkness. It's just this like despairing, fatalistic kind of take that he has.
Oh, by the way, I do have to spend a social link with Aquila so I can ignore my level 2 harm tag.
Great.
I forgot to do that, so I'm just saying that I'm doing that now.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then are you like continuing to fight him, or are you gonna just like abandon the fight and leave? What kind of approach are you taking here? Because we've got this whole like collapsing astrolabe situation to worry about.
Oh man.
Tough decisions.
It is a tough decision. I think I'm going to still try to talk him out of it.
Cool. Yeah. So we get the dialogue in between is actually the action. They're fighting, but that's the background to the conversation.
Yeah.
And there's
of
also,
course like parallels the
falling
conversation.
pieces of the astrolabe like around them and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's some like planet like Jupiter is fucking running like off the rails and is swinging around wildly in this like super accelerating orbit in the astrolabe. There's like all this chaotic shit going on.
So I guess that's express.
Yeah, you're trying to use your words to convince someone of something.
And I'm awful at it, so this will be fun.
It's never stopped anyone from trying to convince me of something that they were awful at it.
I assume that we're still in the desperate territory.
Yeah, you can have standard effect. He's not like especially immune to being talked to.
Anyone want to assist or have a deal, or
what if no matter what, Scorpio gets away?
Scorpio gets away here?
Yeah, like this is you can get an extra die for this action, but it's the last one that you can take against Scorpio because he pieces out.
Yeah, because
against new Scorpio, I got to think of a good like shorthand for him.
Basically, the astrolabe like crashes and there's just like rubble everywhere, and we lose track.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I think that's a cool one. Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to take that. So 1 die, desperate. Let's do this. Well, that wasn't as snappy as a monologue as I wanted it to be.
So I think we know why this new Tyler Scorpio gets away, and it's because the smashing of the astrolabe happens on top of you. So like you get pinned by what would be I think Saturn pins you as it like swings out, like it takes this orbit from being circular to like elliptical as it's like speeding out of control, and like smashes up through the bottom of the gangway that the two of you are fighting on and pins you to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And it's like it almost cut you in half with its rings, which are this like perfect mirrored metal disc.
Yeah.
That's like embedded into the ceiling, like mere inches from your face, and then like the rest of it has just like mushed you.
Man, I should have listened to my horoscope today. They said that Saturn wasn't in the right position.
And so I'm gonna advance this 2 segments for the collapse of the astrolabe, and then you're gonna take level 3 harm
Okay, I will try to resist that.
Saturn.
I think to Sundre.
Tsundere, yeah,
Tsundere.
for
Tsundere?
violence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just do a quick review with y'all for what the resistances are for. So Moe is for resisting despair and heartbreak. Tsundere is for resisting violence and fear, and Kudere is for resisting panic and social pressure.
Yeah. And while you're transcended, do you still get the +1 to it or no?
Yeah, so you're getting +1 because you're transcended,
Okay,
because that's y'all's crew ability, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that you chose. Yeah, you got move 2 there.
That it is.
So yeah, you can roll
So 2 dice.
Tsundere. Yep.
Hey, look at that.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't even stress you out. You're just like pinned to it, but you're just like caught there. So you're resisting the harm, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the harm goes down to level 1.
Okay.
In this case, because I think it makes sense that you would be able to like catch it and kind of brace yourself. Maybe you like your axe is like pinned between the ceiling and this thing and is kind of acting as like a little like I don't know what you would call that, but like a brace to keep it from crushing you. Like you just get it kind of in the gap at the right moment. But yeah, the whole inside of this thing is getting all chewed up. Tyler Scorpio like shouts into this collapsing astrolabe like, "You'll join us soon, Libra. You'll all join us." And then it like runs off into the collapse and disappears.
No, Scorpio, Tyler.
So we're just gonna keep this whole Tyler Scorpio thing on the back burner. You can try to redeem him later, but for now, Aquila and Libra, you are trapped in a collapsing astrolabe. What do you do?
Try to get out now that Scorpio 2 is gone.
Yeah.
Scorpio 2, the rescorpioning.
Scorpio.
Scorpio, yeah.
So I guess probably look for the best way out.
Yeah, can I help Libra get the astrolabe off of him?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Okay,
How are you doing that? What does that look like?
I am going to just like swoop over there and just start like prying it off of him.
Okay, cool. Like I could see that being an embody roll. If you
That's
just want to do some like non-violent physical action to So you like gracefully like leap up and get him out of this thing.
Yeah. What is my situation here?
I mean, we'll say risky for now. Nothing is like if it were like you were doing this and things were trying to fight you, I think it would be fair to say desperate, but at this moment it's just kind of your like standard level of danger. And yeah, everything's already collapsing and stuff, so we'll just call it standard effect.
Okay.
I will spend some stress to help get this thing off of me.
Cool, yeah, you're gonna be like pushing as well.
Aren't you in darkness?
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right.
All right, well, I guess I don't have to do anything then.
And remember that y'all have the never alone move. So if you are ever caught in danger alone, you're not alone. Choose another member of the crew; they are there with you. So there's always that fallback plan.
Well, to be fair, we are not alone.
Yeah, well, it's the two of you now,
Yeah.
but I just want to remind you that exists.
Okay.
Just call me back into the action.
Or that when some consequence ripples over to Corvus, the two of you can like show up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am going to, I guess, embody with what? Do I get an extra dot because I'm transcended? How does that work?
Y'all didn't choose that move from the crew sheet. So there's one where while transcended, you get +1 to defy, forgive, empathize. But yeah, like initially it's like old version of the game that you're thinking of. So it's cool. No, so
risky.
Transcendent means that you could do this at all. If you weren't transcended, I would be like, cool. So desperate, limited, or like no effect because you're just a person, and this is like an enormous steel replica of the planet Saturn that has embedded itself in the ceiling of a magical
Mhm.
astrolabe. You know,
Yeah.
there's that. So yeah, risky standard is your current position. You're getting help from Libra.
So I'm getting an additional die. All right.
I do not have any dark bargains that are coming to
I'm getting
mind.
1 die on this.
You can do it. I believe in you. Never mind.
You have
Alas.
questionable tastes and hard decision making.
I have questionable taste in hard decision making. Yeah.
I mean,
Is this where Corvus is the sole survivor? Is this what's gonna happen right now?
Probably.
like, I mean, what's going to happen here is that as you're trying to like dislodge this thing, I think you get it out of there, but then it like causes a catastrophic collapse of everything else. Like it had the arm that holds it is kind of like the last thing holding the ceiling up.
Oh,
And so
gosh.
as you like get this thing out of the way, there's like a weird like rending of metal sound as it buckles, and then everything just kind of you just all come down at once along with the ceiling. And it's, you know, you're going to take level 4 harm, both of you, because this thing has collapsed.
Okay.
I would like to
So-
resist this harm.
I mean, I just want to
got-
remind you that you could die if you wanted to. That is an option you have.
Yeah. So I actually got something here because we said that I couldn't use my special armor back when I was trying to self-sacrifice myself,
Mm-hmm.
but I can use it now, I think.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, if you want to use it to
Because
resist
You,
this
you have
consequence.
special
for-
armor against consequences suffered in the defense or instead of your allies. You may also spend it to give +1 die to someone else's action. You do not need to be physically present to do this. So I think
So if you want to take the hit for Aquila, right,
Yeah.
and resist it on her behalf, you can use your special armor to do that.
I think like we get this moment of like he switches back to light zodiac and the shield reappears. And he manages to kick her out of the way as all the stuff falls down.
I love the idea that like you saving her is like you being the like thing that shelters her from all this collapsing shit as well. Like she would have been crushed, but there's you like holding this thing up.
How is our Aquila handling this situation?
Well, I got to try to resist 2 level
Yeah.
4 harms here, so
Yeah, let's see how that
let's
goes.
see how this goes.
So this is you're rolling Tsundere because this is all violence. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
being
and,
crushed by a giant thing.
Because I'm transcendent as well, when I do something in the defense of someone else, my transcendent clock doesn't tick.
Yeah, I mean these are resistance rolls, so it wouldn't
Oh,
do so
doesn't
anyways.
matter?
But
Okay, so 2 dice. I'm fine.
the first one's fine. So
Fine.
the first level 4 harm gets reduced to level 3 harm. We'll say.
Okay.
This is still gonna be death because level 3 harm is still death. Are you fucking serious?
I mean,
He's
God.
alive somewhere underneath there, but he ain't moving.
I mean, the second level 4 harm, does it get reduced better than the other one? I mean, this is like
I don't know.
Like one could be the shield, and one could be his
It's-
leg is gone.
so. Have you already used your armor?
So the armor was used at the
And you-
very
and-
beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and you use your special armor.
And I used my special armor to.
And now you're just
get-
straight up resisting.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Assuming these things are equal, that's still
Yeah.
level 3 harm.
it's still
Yeah.
level 3 harm. Like I gotta follow through
No,
on it. As much as I want to be like, you just rolled 2 6s on resist. That's cool, but like, it's not enough.
It is cool. But
I think, yeah, like what we get is that moment of redemption, right, where you like come back out of your darkness in order to save Aquila, but you get like crushed to death.
Yeah.
It's like your dead body with the shield still propped up to like save Aquila.
That dark turn in our series where deaths start happening. That feel when you thought it was a feel good, family friendly
This
business.
is
But then-
episode 4 of Madoka to me right now.
yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, it's that kind of show. Oh, I see. All right, so yeah, Libra's gonna die.
Yeah.
So, so
Yeah.
I think
yeah, he
that's-
makes the sacrifice.
I think that's the only thing we can do.
I mean, you're committing very hard to getting the XP, and I admire that. You're definitely getting the self-sacrifice XP.
Yeah, I might have it on a few accounts.
But sorry, Sean, you were gonna say something.
I think what happens is that Aquila, she gets like thrown back, and then like she blanks out for a minute. When she comes back, she realizes that like what has happened, and her transcendence falls, and it's just Connor again. And like Connor is just weeping, and like runs up to the rubble and is just trying to like move it to the side, but he can't.
Oh,
And then he just like collapses on top of it. And I think at some point like he leaves, but I don't think that's important to this particular moment.
I kind of feel like that's got to be the end of the thing, with maybe the exception of like some scene between Scorpio and Corvus.
I mean, the entire thing with Scorpio and Corvus right now is that she's looking for someone in this party who is also a member of the Darkness. You know, like she's, because like upstairs was like a party, right? And
yeah, totally.
I assume that maybe I know someone. I don't have anything to back that up necessarily, but like, what I
do you have the move where you can talk to agents of the darkness as if they were normal people?
I'm gonna take it on my next advance because I didn't know it was a thing until.
Okay, but you don't have it now,
No.
so I don't know. You could try to find one. Do you want to like scan the crowd as they're like everyone's leaving because there's like the building is the whole mansion is like
I'll take a look and see if I can spot anyone I recognize.
Cool. So go ahead and roll survey.
What is that in terms of our game here?
No, we're just switching to blades and you roll survey.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, how are you going about trying to find these people? Are you like shouting people's names? Or are you like trying to like quickly run around and search? Are you looking?
I'm looking for a ring on a finger or like an amulet or anything that like has the star sign.
Okay, yeah. So this
star spawn. Like maybe like sneakily, like because I'm still transcended. Like I don't want to like reveal myself necessarily.
Yeah, to me this sounds like a toss up between perceive and investigate.
Yeah, I'll call it. I'll call it investigate.
So perceive would be to see things as they present themselves, but I feel like this is an investigate. You're looking for like kind of hidden, mysterious details.
I've got nothing either way. So
yeah, cool. Well, we'll call it investigate.
Position and strength.
We'll call the position controlled, but your effect is going to be limited. It's hard for you to like because it's like an evacuation is occurring, right?
Okay.
Like it's a very chaotic situation. It's hard to pick this stuff out.
With the 0 and we'll see. 4.
Okay. Ask me a question from your list and maybe one follow-up question.
Sure. Just gotta navigate over to the right place here. There we are. Question. Who here is keeping secrets?
Yeah, I spotted that one on the list, and that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think you see someone who's not leaving by the same route that everyone else is. They're like going to some other part of the mansion.
Yeah.
And as they like reach to open a door with their left hand, you see like a signet ring. You can't make out exactly which like constellation is on it, but you see the ring. And then they like open the door and slip inside.
I'm gonna like while the rest of because the rest of the crowd is like filtered out in front of them, right? They're like sort of at the back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like dash into the room with Scorpio still in my arms. I'm assuming he's unconscious, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he's like doing the whole like muttering,
kind of in and out. Yeah.
And he keeps like exhaling smoke, even though he's no longer smoking.
Yeah.
Just seems to have some smoke inside him all the time.
And then like as soon as I'm in the room, I'll like shout over at this person like, "Hey, I need your help."
Yeah, and they like turn, and we see like, God, what kind of mask would they have? I didn't think far enough ahead. I think they have like a goat mask. There's like these two horns.
Yeah.
These very like devilish horns. And the mask has the like square pupiled eyes on these like big like lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Capricorn.
Or
Yeah, and they
Aries.
just like turn, and their body language, they like their shoulders like drop a little bit, and they kind of like sink into like almost like a fight or flight kind of stance. And they're like, "What do you want?"
And I like lay Scorpio down onto the floor like, "He's hurt. Take care of him." And then before they can reply, like, it's my plan.
Yeah. Okay. Rip Scorpio.
Aww.
I
was
mean,
trying to be mysterious.
yeah, as you're leaving, I think we get this like shot of what is Capricorn walks up to Scorpio and like looks at him as he like puffs out this little like smoke ring, and just says, Capricorn shakes their head and just says, all used up, and like pokes him, and he doesn't like move. He just kind of looks like,
Oh no.
and Capricorn like turns their back with a swoosh of their cloak and walks out.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I said I did, so that's what I did. That was like the anime scene where none of us were present. It was just NPCs.
Yep.
It was the Queen Beryl shot, you know?
Yeah, totally, right? The ominous badness.
The, like, what's his name? Some guy with a really, really weird name minion talking to some other really weird named minion.
Zoisite and
Zoisite,
Hecarite,
yeah, and Hecarite, yeah.
or some
shit
other
like that.
mineral.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I remember from Sailor Moon.
So I think that's the end of the mission. We lose half of our investigation progress, so you go from 6 to 3.
Yay, we win. We're the heroes.
Whew.
And then after every mission, the darkness continues to close in on the crew, regardless of the mission's outcome. The track advances by 1 segment plus 1 more for each of the following criteria. So already we know that we're going to get 1, which I will record this on the sheet. Don't worry about it. Did the darkness's agenda move forward?
Yeah.
The darkness's agenda is to avenge some ancient wrong, and I feel like maybe it did move forward in a weird kind of way. They have manifested this new Scorpio.
They
They
created
also
a dark
lost
knight.
And Libra's
Scorpio.
dead.
And Libra's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
They
like
created a dark agent and killed a light agent.
yeah, they're making progress. So we'll add another 1. And then did someone fall to darkness?
2 people did.
2 people did. So that's another 1. Did the crew come closer to its destiny of installing the second sun
No.
in the sky?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless the
Which is-
destruction of the evil astrolabe of the dark sky was also a thing.
I don't think it's directly connected. But anyways, it would get you more progress on this track, so it's fine that you didn't.
Yeah.
Great. So you're now you've completed tier 1 of that track.
Yes. We've
Oh, good.
completed tier 1.
And so after a mission, the crew rolls for entanglements. Roll dice equal to the current investigation tier and consult the chart. Right, this one scales off of investigation tier. So
we're at 0.
we're at 0 right now, so roll 0 dice.
I got this.
So essentially the way this works out is like, if you're the less onto the darkness you are, the less terrible the things that happen in this Fallout
Yeah.
section are, but you're also not accomplishing
Now
your
you've
ends. So,
introduced me to Capricorn. I want to know more.
well, this one here in tier 1, we have on a 1 to 3, a friend falls victim. And Scorpio's your friend, right, Corvus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although maybe that's too obvious. Maybe we want to victimize some other people's friends.
Sometimes the obvious answer is the good one.
No, I think we follow Capricorn out of the mansion as they like run off into the night. And we see a young woman locking the door to a coffee shop.
No.
And right as she is like turning away and like steps into the like light of this street lamp, we hear
Sam.
footsteps in the penumbra of it, and then the light just like blanks out.
No.
Oh.
Cool. So
Cool.
we need a new character for Gear Cavalier. And then we're going to go into our next, like, we're just going to start a new episode, right? We're going to go through obligation and all that other stuff.
My question, I was an eclipse at the end. What happens to me?
You didn't fall to darkness, though.
Okay, so it
So
counts
you
as-
reset.
Okay.
Yeah, as normal. Corvus, you also reset as normal.
Yay. I like being alive.
Way to just rub it in.
Look, it's not a lot of times where I get to be like, I'm alive and somebody else is dead. Mostly I'm dead and everybody else is alive.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Feels strange. Don't
I
worry.
think you're forgetting about season 2 of Blades there.
Yeah, well, you know. So wait, if Scorpio is like gone.
He's not gone, and we didn't elect to victimize him in the Fallout. He's just a shadow of his former self, and he's going to be on hard times, and we'll see that the next time he comes into play.
I'm sure.
Because, yeah, he's been stripped of his power. It's been imbued in some shit kid named Tyler.
What a jerk.
What a dick.
So we need a new PC for
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Gear Cavalier.
So we kind of mentioned this in the last episode, or at least in the downtime, or at some point, about what Gemini would be.
Oh, of course, right? Yeah.
So I think I'm going to try playing another one of the set of knights, and I'm going to play a fusion.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have a
they have
sheet for
some
that
weird
available? Right?
mechanics, and I'm kind of interested in it.
Yes, they have various mechanics. I might have. Let me check the version of. Okay, no. So you just need to grab the PDF that I have
you have an
posted.
updated PDF?
I have version 1.1. So if you're still on 1.0, you're going to have bad information. But if we switch to 1.1, or if you already have 1.1, then we're good.
I have version 01.
Yeah. So you need to update, my friend.
Do we wanna take a break and like organize this stuff and then come back for character creation and just do like an extra long third half?
Sure.
Yeah, that seems good.
I feel like that might be the best solution.
Yeah, so I can share this.
We'll see you all in a few minutes stream, and we'll be back with some new fusion action. Yeah.